Good evening, guys. Welcome to the vlog. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe. My name is Ray. I make daily videos about my med school journey. Currently in my 8th week of internal medicine and my last night of night shift. Vlog is starting later than usual. I've been doing UWORLD since like 6:30. It's 9:37 right now. The blood I just drew, 2 different patients, both coags, that is coagulation. It checks PT and PTT. That's the clotting cascade. If you're in med school, I'm sure you've heard of it. It's just your body's ability to clot after it's been bleeding. My exam is March 1st. I'm not sure if I ever mentioned that, but you know how it is. You start studying for these exams way in advance because you have so much to cover. Since I'm not really doing anything for night shift, we could go over some UWorld questions maybe? Take it old school. If you've been watching the vlogs for a while, I used to do that. Okay, I am definitely recording this part the day after I recorded the last part, which means I won't have a vlog for today. So we said we were gonna go over some UWorld. I'm not gonna show you guys the actual screen for UWorld because I'm pretty sure they'll kill me. 37-year-old man. He's coughing up a small amount of bright red blood. 3 days ago, he had a fever, pleuritic chest pain, and cough productive with thick brown sputum. He started oral antibiotics for these symptoms 2 days ago with no improvement. He received an allogenic stem cell transplantation for acute myeloid leukemia 6 weeks ago. It was complicated with acute graft versus host disease and prolonged neutropenia. Temperature is 102.2 degrees Fahrenheit. Blood pressure is 102/66, pulse is 112. Pulmonary exam, right-sided crackles, heard on auscultation. Hematocrit 28, platelets 140,000, and leukocytes 1,500. They did a chest x-ray. It showed dense right upper lobe infiltrate, which has grown in size when compared to an x-ray from 2 days ago. A CT scan reveals several nodular lesions with surrounding ground glass opacities in the right upper lobe. A gram stain shows inflammatory cells but no organisms. What is the most likely diagnosis? This is a kind of a rare question for step 2 type questions or for IM type questions. Usually the question is, what's the next step in management? So, how do we approach this? Answer choice 1, cytomegalovirus infection. 2, invasive aspergillosis. 3, invasive candidiasis. 4, pneumocystis jirovecii, pneumonia. 5, pulmonary tuberculosis. I kind of wish this was a live video so we could discuss it and everything, but I never plan out when I want to do a live stream. If I did one right now, it would be so random. Okay, so you could approach it just straight up. From what you're giving in the vignette to, you know, the answer. So hemoptysis is the first thing we saw. The fever, the productive cough, the neutropenia, the ground glass opacities. Like, I'm so surprised that that term is even in this vignette. So by those clinical clues, you can say aspergillosis off the bat. If you didn't know that or didn't pick that up in the vignette, you could go by process of elimination. So cytomegalovirus, it's a low-grade fever, so it wouldn't be 102.2 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's a non-productive cough. Invasive candidiasis, I feel like it doesn't cause lung infections. Pneumocystis jirovecii, it doesn't have a productive cough and it doesn't have hemoptysis. Pulmonary tuberculosis, it does have the hemoptysis, that's for sure, but it doesn't have the thick brown sputum. The sputum is what throws off a lot of these, actually. Aspergillosis is your only option. And the fact that it says invasive aspergillosis, because he's immunocompromised, leukocytes are 1,500, and we know that he had the neutropenia after the transplant. Everything they give you in a UWorld vignette is absolutely relevant. There's nothing here that's like fluff. There's nothing you have to like sift through. This is basically how I go through each question. I review what is the correct answer, and I review all of the other answers to see why they're incorrect. Why could that not be the answer? What in the vignette made this answer incorrect? It takes me a long time because I write it all down. I don't verbalize it like this. I actually spend the time to literally write down everything. You saw some highlights in there because I'm going through the book. Someone else commented that they always write down notes for UWorld but never review them. So every time I review one and I'm really comfortable with that topic, I'll highlight it. I just recently started doing that, so there's not much highlighted. I don't usually like saying this is what you should do on this channel. I'm not really confident in myself to say this is the advice that you should take and follow. But how I go through UWorld is pretty much how every medical student should go through UWorld. It does take time, yes, I know. Go through the entire vignette, the correct answer, why is it correct? What in the vignette could I pick out to give me the right answer before I even look at the other answers, before I have to go through process of elimination? I read this vignette and I knew this was the answer from the bat. And then go through the incorrect questions and say, it couldn't be this because no hemoptysis. It couldn't be this because no thick sputum. You know, figure out what is wrong with the vignette and how you would change the vignette to make it the correct answer. For this question in particular, if you took out thick brown sputum, it could be something else. If you took out hemoptysis, it could be something else. You know what I mean? I think I've been babbling a lot. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for subscribing. See you guys next time.